2015. Currently, we have 8,300 medicinal products authorized. Most of them are synthetics, about 5,000. But you can see in green, these are herbal medicinal products and complementary medicinal products. In total, 20% of all authorized products are complementary and herbal medicinal products. That means that in Switzerland, these products are very popular and widespread. Medical have homeopathic and anthroposophic medicinal products without indication, about 12,000 in total. Single homeopathic medicinal products about 11,000, and homeopathic combinations about 1,000. These are authorized on the basis of a notification. That's a topic which I will review later. The question is, how do we manage such a huge number of medicinal products? And in our division, we follow strictly a risk-based approach. What does it mean? It means that, for example, for a new submission of a herbal medicinal product, a new active substance, a new entity, the risk is very high. There is a lot of documentation. Nothing is known about this medicinal product. That means a lot of our efforts or manpower is used in the evaluation of such products. For herbal medicinal products with known active substances, for complementary medicinal products, this indication really a case-to-case decision. And then for the complementary medicinal product, we indicate the risk. There is the harmlessness is from our resources, only a minor part is used for the evaluation of such medicinal products. What you see here is the authorization procedure. This is a standard procedure. Normally, we have about 15 to 16,000 submissions a year. And for the procedure, it starts with the formal control given at the beginning. Then you see in blue the evaluation phases of Swissmedic and the company time given in yellow. The total time Swissmedic time for the evaluation product is about 330 days. Time is 180 days. That means in a total, a little bit more than 500 days of a medicinal product, there is then the decision, the official decision from Medic. Then we have, as I mentioned, we have a simplified authorization procedure for complementary medicinal products. On one hand, we have such products with indication, marked in blue, and we have products without indication. And these products without indication are designed for individual therapy. And we have there 3 procedures. I will explain you later. I will start now with complementary medicinal products with indication. What we need for the authorization, we need a complete dossier, having the administrative documentation, the forms, information for patients, professionals, if necessary, text for packaging materials, GMC certificates. Then we need a quality documentation about the raw material, the production process, the validation, and the analytical methods. In addition, a toxicological documentation and a clinical documentation. And you see, for the toxicological documentation and clinical documentation, there's an asterisk, and this is the simplification. For those, we accept bibliographic documentations. Going now in the process of medicinal products without indication based on a notification. This is a very simplified drawing of the process. On the left side, you see the so-called task list. Then you see on the right-hand side the basic company dossier, and we need a software which is called Homant. I will bring now a little bit light into this black box, starting with the so-called HAS list. The HAS list, that's an abbreviation, it's a list of homeopathic and anthroposophic substances. The list contains about 3,500 substances, and there is an annual update. As an example, I have chosen here Atropa Belladonna. I will go through this table, starting from the left-hand side. On the left-hand side, you see the starting material, here Atropa Belladonna. You see the name given in homeopathic, Belladonna. Then you have a column with, if something is anthroposophic, or on the next column, if animal or human substances are used. And then two columns which are marked in orange and yellow. I start now with the yellow column. This is the procedure for the notification. And for example, for Atropa Belladonna, it's possible to do it in a notification process if the potency is D6. Use the potency is D4 or C2. If you have fulfilled this potency, you can do the notification of such a substance. If the potency is for example, D4, then you have to go to the next level, which is called Dossier. You see the sales category D, that means it has a potency of D4, the sale category is D, and the last column you see for remarks, for example, for contraindication or interactions or instruction for use. This is a column where we can find comments, but as you can see, for Belladonna, this is empty. That means there's no remarks required. That means with this so-called list you can really make the differentiation whether something is possible to do to give to a submission the notification process or with reduced dossier. And as I mentioned, this the house contains about 3,500 substances. I will go now further to explain you this, which are on the so-called list house. The list house contains substances which are not within homeopathic or anthroposophic medicine. Either that the substance is contained in authorized products in Switzerland, or that the substances that are used in homeopathy anthroposophy. For example, if there's a traditional homeopathic pharmacopoeia, if it's present in a monography by the German Commission D, or it's described in homeopathic or anthroposophic publications, or if a substance is used in homeopathy anthroposophy for at least 30 years. This is about the substances. Now I'm going to the potencies. It contains potencies for which safe be proven, but the extent no or only certain data on quality and safety have to be studied. This is the same the corresponding homeopathic therapies are established for decades. They are used for substances proven in homeopathy and anthroposophy, or the substances and medicinal products were already on the market in Switzerland and abroad before they entering the list, or they are widespread known by physician, pharmacist, drugstore staff, and person. Or be used normal in other fields. That means serious incident risk would have been known. I'm going now to the risk assessment of the so-called Liste Hass. Along, there is no information relating to toxicity. The potency of at least T12 or C6 is regarded as safe. In most cases, lower potency are specified. Potencies that are contained in homeopathic or Atropa medicinal products that are already authorized with indication in Switzerland, or illusions, potency, which safety information from other sectors is available. For example, allopathy, phytotherapy, foodstuff, information regarding toxic contents, or toxicological data. Information on the assessment by other authorities, for example, the German Kommission D. This is again the summary of the notification process for a complementary medicinal product. As I mentioned, the important thing is that the starting material must be on the so-called Hass list. Then you have seen in the process, the yellow process, we need a basic company dossier. The basic company dossier summarizes information and confirmation relating to the manufacturing and medicinal products to be notified. And in the case if, for example, human or animal material of origin of human and animal is used, we need a special documentation, which is called a master dossier. And also if the substance is used in or on eye, then we need the so-called master dossier. And then at the end, we need a special software, which is called Homant. It's a special software. And this program contains then the information about substance, dosage, information declaration, and manufacturing method. The starting material must be provided. With this notification feature, we are able to manage a lot of different substances or submissions in a very fast time. Normally, the standard procedure for such a submission is Swissmedic time 150 days, and for the company it's 120 days. It means in about 270 days, that's the maximum days, it's possible from the starting to get an authorization of such a product. The next procedure is a so-called reduced dossier. This reduced dossier, remember it's the orange column. It's possible for medicinal product without indication, without fantasy or brand name, without dosage specification. The outcome of such a reduced dossier is a risk assessment of the substance, the potency, based on the so-called Liste Hass. It's a long tradition of homeopathic and atropic medicinal product. A quality documentation must be available on request, and there is a biannual inspection of the manufacturer and the close collaboration between Swissmedic and the inspectors. If you would like to submit a substance which is not possible to do it with a notification, then you have to go to a full authorization procedure. This is applicable for medicinal products without indication, fantasy name or the brand name, or with dosage specification. And in this case, because it's not found the substance on the list Hass, we need a complete documentation on quality, safety, and clinical compliance, but we don't need a documentation about efficacy. To summarize this of my presentation, we have various defined authorization procedures enable the industry and Swissmedic to deal with a lot of different products in an adequate manner and time. The diversity of homeopathic and anthroposophic products in Switzerland is, I have not mentioned it, the same is also possible for age-medical products. Also there it's possible to do a so-called notification and a simplified authorization process. I will now switch to the last presentation. I mentioned it, there's a revision of the Therapeutic Product Act. It's called HMT2. There was the HMG in 2010, and there are now about 200 laws. Parliament has finalized this and at the moment of ordinances, and that's a lot of work. In fact, there's an impact on processes, on source and on the IT. Here you see the implementation of this new law, which is planned to have it ready in January 2019, 1st of January 2019. I'm not allowed to give you more information about all the things which are changed, but I can give the general aim of this new law. The general idea is really to facilitate and simplify the marketing authorization of medicinal products. All of them, that means synthetics, herbal medicinal, and also complementary products. This medic is well known for chocolate. You see here an example, called Toblerone, and then on top the Matterhorn. And on the next slide, the last autumn. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. It was, in general, well received, your presentation. It was quite clear. There were only a few hiccups in the sound, but we have heard you very well, and you give a good impression about the Swiss handling of the regulation of anthroposophic and homeopathic medicines. The message I want to give the people here is that Switzerland has developed its own practical solutions, and we are becoming aware, and we're trying to learn from the Swiss combination of a practical approach and also guaranteeing Swiss quality. I wish you a good day, Martin. You have the whole full day ahead. It is now 9 o'clock in Switzerland. Thank you very much for your cooperation and your time.
And may I now request Mr. Ganeriwala, the Joint Secretary Ayush, for his remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Emil. I think there is a little rescheduling of the program. Dr. Anli would be speaking after lunch, and I apologize for not being able to be here in the postal and part of our session, because I have to go to the ministry to attend to some very important work which my Honorable Minister has assigned to me. I have to complete before evening today. I think we have heard a beautiful presentation from Dr. Knoss from Germany and also from Dr. Martin from Switzerland. And both these countries have particularly Germany, and of course to a large extent in Switzerland, we have seen that they have a very well developed regulatory framework on homeopathy. And similarly, I think we'll hear France and India and also Europe in the post-lunch session and post-lunch part of the session. And we also heard in the morning that there are many more countries where homeopathy regulatory framework is either very weakly developed or altogether absent, and which makes it almost difficult the homeopathy industry, homeopathy experts to provide their services in those countries. We from India, I think we have a scheme also, and we are very keen that we should help, we should collaborate in whatever way possible with those countries and help them in developing homeopathy regulatory framework, homeopathy infrastructure. I think that is one assurance I can give on behalf of the ministry. So far as India is concerned, as our Honorable Secretary Minister has mentioned, that we are second home to homeopathy. If I tell you the numbers, it's really mind-boggling. We have 250,000, more than 250,000 registered homeopathy practitioners in India. We have 190 colleges which are offering graduation and post-graduation courses. And when I say graduation, it is 5.5 years course, which is equivalent to what we have on the modern medicine side. We have post-graduation of 3 years course, we have PhDs. And we have developed a very healthy, very elaborate infrastructure in terms of research, headed by our Central Council for Research in Homeopathy, having more than 30 units, regional units, regional centers across the country, which are engaged in various aspects of research, whether it is drug development, validation. And I would request some of you, if you could get time, there is a very high quality laboratory about 30 kilometers from here in Noida. So if you could visit, I think that will be a good idea. We have, if we look at our hospitals, number of hospitals in our public healthcare delivery system, on entire Ayush spectrum, including homeopathy, we have almost 56% co-location facilities at the grassroots level. Out of 31,000 primary health centers, community health centers, and district hospitals, our presence is there in 17,500 such centers. Apart from that, we have some super specialty hospitals, both in private sector as well as government sector. The National Institute of Homeopathy is in Calcutta, I think is having an OPD of approximately 4,000 patients per day. And I'm also very happy to inform you that now the government is establishing an All India Institute of Homeopathy in Delhi. And it's in advanced stage, land has been purchased, all the necessary approvals have been obtained from Government of India, and the work will start very soon. And I'm sure that when you come next year, provided you come after 5 years, then you will be able to visit that institute. And this would be a super specialty hospital, a center for research, a center for education in homeopathy. And it would also open up a lot of, and also we are developing on, say for example, on Ayurveda side, and also that will be developed on homeopathy side, a kind of bridge course, a kind of, small courses of 3 months, 1 year in homeopathy also in the times to come, so that people from across the globe can say have benefit of, and they are supplementing their homeopathy knowledge from the modern medicine side or from any other profession. So I think with these words, I congratulate the presenters, and of course our session will continue, the post-lunch session, and I congratulate my co-chair, Dr. Emil, for this wonderful session. Thank you very much. We reassemble at 2:30?
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for sharing with us many new initiatives which the ministry is taking. And with this, we conclude the session right now, but though post-lunch we are going to be taking it forward. 2:45, we request you to please join us back here.
2:30.
2:30?
2:30.
2:50?
1:15.
2:15? Okay.
Yeah.
2:15. So you want to have a short break. So 2:15, you're requested to please join us after your lunch. Be here so that we can continue with the session further. Lunch is in the same area where you had your tea. Enjoy your lunch and looking forward to have you back here. Thank you.